Shalom and welcome to another installment of Elders of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Today's topic is entitled GMS News and Prophecies, dated 12/8/2012, or otherwise known as December 8th, 2012. We have a couple of articles in the news that we wanted to go to and filter through the scriptures. But before I go into that, I wanted to deal with this topic real quick. I'm going to try to get through it as quick as I can. And basically, go ahead and speak for a minute.
Right. So basically, this is it's not a new thing. It's, GMS News and Prophecies, something we've done before. But it's just, that's what we should be teaching now is on the prophecies and the things that are happening around the world as far as news are concerned, as far as end time prophecies.
Yeah, give me the Bible dictionary right there. And go to Gentiles.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Holy shit.
All right, go ahead.
All right, this is Gentiles on page 195. Nation, people. Usually it means a non-Israelite people. Judges 4:2, Isaiah 11:10, 42:1, Malachi 1:11. Under conditions of peace, considerate treatment was accorded Gentiles by the Israelites under Old Testament law. An example, Deuteronomy 10:19, 24:14, 15, Numbers 35:15, Ezekiel 47:22. Men of Israel often married Gentile women, of whom Rahab, Ruth, and Bathsheba are notable examples. But the practice was frowned upon after the return from exile. Ezra 9:12, 10:2-44, and Nehemiah 10:30 and 13:23-31. Separation between Jews and Gentiles became more strict until the New Testament period. The hostility is complete. Persecution embittered the Jew, and he retaliated by hatred of everything Gentile and by avoidance, so far as was possible, of contact with Gentiles. The intensity of this feeling varied and gave way before unusual kindness. Luke 7:4 and 5. While the teachings of Yahushua ultimately broke down the middle wall of partition between Jew and Gentiles, as seen in the writings of Paul, Romans 1:16, 1 Corinthians 1:24, Galatians 3:28, Ephesians 2:14, Colossians 3:11, and in Acts, yet Yahushua limited his ministry to Jews, with rare exceptions: the half-Jewish Samaritan, John 4:1-42, the Syrophoenician woman, Matthew 15:21-24, Mark 7:24-30, the Greeks in John 12:20-36. He instructed his 12 disciples, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not," Matthew 10:5. But did not repeat this injunction when he sent out the 70, Luke 10:1-16. Yahushua's mission was first to his own, John 1:11, the chosen people of God, but ultimately to as many as received him, John 1:12.
Yeah, they went off on that, and that's why you got these people out here saying that the other nations can be saved. The other nations can't be saved. The kingdom is only set up and established for the nation of Israel, and we went through this countless times. And then they go through these different scriptures to back up their claim, But when you look up the word Gentile, when you look up the word Greek or Greeks, or you look up the word not Hellenists, you look up the word Grecians, heathens, sometimes it's talking about actual nations, sometimes it's talking about the Israelites that lost their religion, so to speak. So you read this out of this book here, the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zandervan Bible Dictionary. Like, you're going to figure this thing out on your own, you're going to get confused. All right? Because you have to know how to differentiate between what a real Gentile is, one of another nation outside of Israel, and an Israelite whose parents was raised them up in another country. They spoke another language, but they were actually Israelites. That's why Paul had that mission to go out to teach the Gentiles, because those Gentiles are actually Israelites, right? So I want to go to St. John, the 12th chapter, which is mentioned in that piece right there. St. John, the 12th chapter, and the 20th verse. And I want you to go to the blue letter on that. And the 19th verse is going to say world, and then the 20th verse is going to say Greeks. So the first one I want you to pull out is the word world in the 19th verse. All right, go ahead. Start from the 19th verse.
John chapter 12, verse 19. The Pharisees therefore said among themselves, perceive ye how ye prevail nothing?
Now go up a couple other verses so they can get the understanding.
This is verse 15. Fear not, daughter of Zion. Behold, thy king cometh sitting on an ass's colt. These things understood not his disciples at the first, but when Yahushua was glorified, then remembered they that these things were written of him, and that they had done these things unto him. The people therefore that was with him, when he called Lazarus out of his grave and raised him from the dead, bear record. For this cause the people also met him, for that they heard that he had done this miracle. The Pharisees therefore said amongst themselves, perceive ye how ye prevail nothing? Behold, the world is gone after him.
Yeah, behold, the world has gone after him. Now click on the word world.
Yeah, the Greek word there is cosmos. And
that's the same word in the Greek for John 3:16. And John 3:16 is talking about the Israelites. In St. John 12 and 19, it's also talking about Israelites. Now we're going to read the, matter of fact, click on the voice, and then we're going to read down.
Strong's G, 2889, Cosmos.
Yeah, he says it cosmos. When they have these, Carl Sagan years ago used to have this special on Channel 13, and he used to speak about the star constellation. He used to mention the word cosmos, and that's the same Greek word cosmos. So let's read the definitions.
It says an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government. Ornament, decoration, adornment, i.e. the arrangement of the stars, the heavenly hosts, as the ornament of the heavens.
Right, the arrangement of stars or the heavenly hosts. You don't just look up in the sky and see a bunch of, well, to you, if you don't understand astronomy or astrology for that matter, you look up in the sky and you see a bunch of stars. But what they did was they took the stars and they put them in the constellations. You have the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper. You have all these different star constellations, Pleiades. So what you do is you separate groups of stars. Okay, that's the Little Dipper over there. And you learned that in school, elementary school. That's a Big Dipper over there, That's the Northern Star over there, which is by itself, which at one time the Northern Star was known as Lucifer. That's where the term Lucifer means bright old day star. That's the first star that comes out in the north. When the slaves were fleeing from the south to go to the north, they were following that star. All right, go ahead.
This is Job chapter 38, verse 31. Verse 30. The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth and in his season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth?
Yeah, so it's talking about star constellations, right? So now, when you read these definitions, you know that the word cosmos or cosmos is talking about a group of things. You have all these different things, and you have a group of things. Read on.
It says the world, the universe, the circle.
See, now as you read that, when you go into the blue letter, now they're going off. They're saying the world, the universe. The universe is pretty much everything. Now the word for that would be oikomene. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
The circle of the earth.
It's not talking about that. Go ahead. It just mentioned in the beginning a group of stars.
Right.
An arrangement, a government.